Hi, this is Ron Tube. Today on the Hunter Colorado, we're here to talk about what possible new content could be coming for 2025 and beyond, because there's a brand new survey that's just happening. As you can see, the top right hand corner of my game, your game, it is there. And if you do this survey, you will see these questions we're going to talk about today. And some of these questions, content will happen. 100% will happen. That's why they're asking you about them. They want to know what your thoughts are, and I'm going to ask what your thoughts are myself today. I'm going to discuss them while I do a bit of hunting at theHunter National Park. There's some red deer and fallow deer. So I'm going to be hunting, and I'm going to talk about some of these really interesting parts of the survey. And let me know in the comments what you want to see for future content, because some of these have got me drooling. They really have. Not just because they're items I already want. So we all have our common ones we want adding for the future, but there's some really sort of interesting themes, concepts, which you think would never get added to the Hunter Colour Wild, and they've got them in this survey. So they're definitely thinking about doing them, and we're going to talk about them right now. So while I do a bit of hunting at theHunter National Park, some red deer and fallow deer, let's jump straight into some of the meat and veg of this survey. Right. What do you want to see in new reserves? Now we're all hyped up. There's going to be probably a new reserve in June and December. Same reserve size as today. Varied reserve sizes, smaller and bigger than today. Would you like smaller reserves? Would you like bigger ones? Bigger reserves, but fewer per year. So would you like massive maps to explore? More real-time, dynamic and varied weather conditions? I'd be down for that. Opportunity to add animals that authentically live in the location to your reserve. Very interesting indeed. Opportunity to build your own hunting structures and move them freely around. Now that's a nice concept. I like that. Often, say like I'm grinding now, there's certain locations I would like a hunting stand or something to hunt from. Imagine being able to build your own and place them exactly where you want. Now you know your maps, you know where you hunt. That could be a very interesting idea. I like that. Now on to the next question. Which of these features would you most like to see in a future update to the Hunter Colour Wild? Pick your top 3. That is amazing. I don't know if I can pick the top 3, but we're going to go over them. Weapon customization. I'd love that. Imagine engraving your own weapon and more customization to weapons. Yes, I'd love to see that. Character and apparel customization. So basically clothing. You can customize your own clothing. That will be cool. Put your own name on it. Things like that. Imagine that. Trophy lodge design and customization. Making your own trophy lodge. Customizing it to how you want. I think I want the top 3 already. Walking around enjoying scenery. Fishing as a new hunting method. Would you like fishing in the Hunter Colour Wild? Like I say, they're all interesting concepts here. Unique animals with true racks. What do you think about that? True racks and different antler systems. Driven hunt with NPCs and dogs as a new hunting method. Now that I love. In the Hunter Classic, I like doing driven hunts. Works very well. Takes a bit of cooperation from your friends and players. You play multiplayer, but driven hunt with NPCs. So basically driven hunts with AI to do driven hunts in Hunter Colour Wild. Would you like that? That's definitely out there, isn't it? It's a different thinking pattern, and I like the idea of that. That could be interesting. A lot of people do like driven hunts. Do you like it? Let me know in the comments. Spear hunting as a new hunting method. Nah, that's right up there. Spear hunting I could see being super exciting. I would up the aggression of certain animals as well. So bigger animals, especially things like moose, bear. Imagine bears like super aggressive, hunting them with a spear. Let me know about that. Would you like that or not? I think that could be very special indeed. A lot of people have asked for spear hunting, but I know in certain areas of the world it's not even allowed. So how they would go around that, I don't know. But from the exciting point wise, in a video game, spear hunting, that could be terrifying, exciting, brilliant, a different concept. Like I say, I don't know Who would like that? Let me know in the comments. Would you like spear hunting in the Hunt the Colour Wild? I'd actually like to try that. I would definitely like to try that. And the next one as well. This has been talked about a while over the years for the Hunt the Colour Wild. Falconry hunting as a new method. I think that would be super cool, especially for smaller animals. In some countries, falcon hunting is like, they treat their birds like royalty. They fly them on their own planes and everything. It's amazing. I grew up with birds of prey and things like that. It was a big thing when I grew up. Everyone had aviaries and birds of prey and things like that. And I love them myself. So I'd love to see where they could go with that as well. And it's a different element, isn't it? It's not for everyone, but I think it's an interesting thing that they could add another different dimension to the Hunt the Colour Wild. So falconry hunting in Hunt the Colour Wild, like I say, who would expect that? So the survey is definitely throwing out some different ideas which are very interesting. Let me know what you think about them in the comments. Would you like falconry hunting in Hunt the Colour Wild? Now this next one has got me drooling as well. Do you have preference to theme of an equipment pack? So, prehistoric era includes spear, bow and arrow. Would you like that? Ancient era, composite bow and traps. Medieval era, longbow and falconry. Renaissance era, sporting crossbow, early muskets. Age of sail, we've got smoothbore muskets and fowling piece. I don't know what fowling piece is. Victorian era, double-barreled shotguns and revolvers. Wild West era, World War era with military weapons, which is always popular. Modern era. So let's go over some of my preferences of what we've just discussed. Prehistoric era, including spear, bow and arrow. Now, spear hunting, I'd personally love to see. So that's a yes from me, 100%. I'd love to see it. Like I say, as long as some of the animals are tweaked to be a bit more aggressive, that would make the spear hunting more exciting when you're doing it. And I could see that being a proper challenge, so I like a challenge as well. Bow hunting, I love anyway. So bow and arrow, that'd be cool. So I'd like to see a prehistoric era pack maybe come in the future. Now what's got me kind of intrigued is the ancient era. Composite bow, which I like bows anyway, but traps. How would traps work? What would you trap? And that's sort of like edging to a new thing which the Hunt the Colour Wild don't normally cover. Because obviously trapping is normally to do with poaching, things like that. But that could add a new element to the game. So they're thinking about, like I say, outside the box ideas. Medieval era, longbow, which I like bows anyway, falconry. Falconry I would love to see, like I say, just to see the birds, how they would work with... You would hunt, you'd think, small to medium game. And I've seen where eagles will took down small deer. So I know you can take down deer with falcons and that, but you'd think it'd be mainly small game. So would you like to see that? What else is there? World War era military weapons. There's military weapons from like World War II, things like that, which we haven't got in game, which are very popular. So I think that would be a big hit as well. But let me know in the comments what you think. Do this survey. It's currently in game right now, and you pick your choices. Let me know in the comments what you think, because some of these items are going to come in the future for the Hunt the Colour Wild. So let me know in the comments which of these are your most wanted content to come in the future for the Hunt the Colour Wild. Maybe they come in 2025 and beyond. I can't wait to see what happens next. It's exciting times. New map soon as well. Where we're going, I don't know, but I like to reply to all the comments and have a little discussion with you. And it's very important, like I say, stick in the comments. It helps with algorithms. Give me a like and subscribe. I'm Robert Tube. I hope you enjoyed the video. We've been talking about brand new content coming for the Hunt the Colour Wild in the future. Do the new survey. Please subscribe to YouTube channels. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.